writing, you know. It's always started in like the poetry for me, like getting it down on the page. That's always been the therapy. That's always been the healing factor. It's how I digest life, essentially. Like, you know, we all need an outlet. You know, we all need some way to reflect and also express. And that's just what music is for me.
So with everything going on in the world today, how did that affect your writing? And especially this last song, your latest song, how did that play a part in this latest song of yours?
I feel like I can't. I always say that I'm really emotionally affected by other people.
Okay.
Like the thing that upsets me most is other people's pain. Essentially, I feel like it's you know, it's one of those things that is equally great, I think, because I like being able to empathize with others, but also it's something that's also quite a toll. Because you'll be doing great in your life, but you'll see other people and you'll see others struggle, and it will feel like you're struggling because you can't ignore what's happening. And at the moment, that's definitely something that I felt musically. I feel like I can't stop writing about what is going on in the world. Like, I can't write happy songs right now because the world doesn't reflect that. But I have to be honest in it too. I don't want to push that out because I feel like conversations that are taking place, they're important and they need to happen. And I feel like for some people as well, the way they, you know, music is great for two things. I think it's great to escape from, but it's also great to give people certain information or perspectives which they may not otherwise have heard, or they may not be open to. You know, I'll always say that I will never apologize for who I am and what I stand for. And if you don't like that and you don't choose to listen to my music because of it, that's okay. But music is a part of me, and so I have to be honest and authentic in it. And that means touching on subjects that maybe not everybody will be, you know, happy about, or not even happy about. Maybe they won't want to hear it in a track because they just want to vibe out, which I get. But for me, because it is the way I cope, essentially, it's the way I can process what's happening, I'll just always feel like it's important for me to be truthful in it.
Wow.
It was really long-winded, I'm sorry.
But you're perfectly fine. As you're speaking, I grasp and understand what you're saying. And I can tell you're so passionate about what you do and about your music. And there is no way in the world that you're not going to have success out the, you know. There is no way, because I think when people are genuine about who they are and what they have to say, that's when I think their light shines the brightest. And as you're talking, I can see that in you. And you almost make me want to cry. But I'm not going to.
You'll make me cry if you cry.
Oh God, I have such an ugly cry, so let me not make you cry, because what I it's not going to be good. So tell me, how did you come up with the title for your latest song?
So Self-Made came, I mean, it's the whole EP that I came out with is titled Self-Made, and Self-Made, the track, was the leading single.
Okay.
For me, it's always just been how I've felt in my own journey. I've never, I 100% acknowledge my privilege, and also the fact that I've had so many opportunities in terms of having a supportive family and being able to actively engage in music from in college, and, you know, being able to have a job and invest in myself. And that part of it is something that I feel blessed and lucky to have been able to go through. But at the same time, when you're in this kind of social media oriented world, and you see, you know, how many people, I don't know, not how to phrase this. You see that the world is full of handouts, essentially.
Okay.
Which is fine, you know. I'm not judging that, but I feel like there's a different story to be told. That is when your parents aren't actively in the business, when they don't have all the money in the world to buy you the world, and when the hustle of trying to make it creatively is alongside a hustle of just trying to keep afloat.
Right.
Because what a lot of people don't, or sometimes I guess they kind of neglect, is the fact that as creatives, as artists and filmmakers or actors, dancers, whatever in the creative industry, most of the time we're juggling two things at once, if not more. Because a lot of the time your creative journey won't really financially sustain you.
Correct.
And that was just something that was important for me to, as the song, it was important for me to get the frustration off my chest of how difficult it can feel and disheartening. You won't give up on it because you can't, you know, you want to keep pushing, but it's equally something that's a little bit frustrating when you see, you know, all everybody else in the world kind of getting that shortcut that you would like, but you probably wouldn't take anyway because you wouldn't compromise. But it would be nice to maybe live in the shoes of somebody who you know, gets that sometimes.
You said something a moment ago. You said you accept your privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that, because you know we've been hearing that a lot lately. So
Yeah.
explain that.
I feel like, especially in the song Self-Made, I know where I'm at in my life, and I know also that it's one of those things you can often fall into this like pity party of feeling like,
Okay.
oh, my life is falling apart. You know, I have this, I have so many problems, but it's also taking a moment to step back and be like, but look at how much I do have.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what I'm not struggling with, you know, in that sense of Self-Made. Honestly, the track wasn't even about just me. You know, it starts off in the first verse talking about my journey with being a creative and the hustle that comes with that. But my frustration with the track is essentially people who they can't even make ends meet. You know, I'm talking about how hard it is perhaps financially to keep up with my music, but there are people who can't keep up with their day. Right. You know, it's just perspective. It's I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because I know how lucky and blessed I am. But at the same time, I want to acknowledge people who have it worse than me, because they're often the ones who don't have that amplification of a voice. You know, they're not the ones who you hear their stories often. And as somebody who does have opportunity nonetheless, even if it's not, you know, you're kind of on the middle ground. There'll always be somebody who has it better than you, but there'll always be somebody who has it worse.
Absolutely. Right. Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of the thing that always keeps me grounded and grateful. And when you know, when you kind of start falling into like, oh my God, like everything's going to hell, you know, that's what I try and remind myself of, that, you know, it may feel bad, but you remind yourself of what you have that's good as well.
When you, because you're in London, so when you look at things that's going on in this country, in the US, what are your thoughts about that? Did any thoughts, any music come to your mind about that?
Ooh, I mean,
I know, Lord knows.
My thoughts have been nonstop. I mean, it's every day just seeing more bad news, isn't it? It's just it's nonstop at the moment. And I feel like literally like what I said before as well, I feel like I, as an artist now, and like you said, through the music, I feel like I have more of a responsibility.
Yes.
To make my opinion of the world and also my thoughts known. I was literally having this conversation with my mum the other day about how I would not care, and I refuse to make music based on a fear of alienating people.
Okay.
Because I feel like nowadays it's like, who do you actually want to vibe with you? You know, I don't like.
That's how I literally feel when I'm in here. I say some things that I know are uncomfortable for people. But you know what? I said the only way the world is going to get better is if people ask the hard questions and have the uncomfortable conversations. I don't understand. People are so afraid to ask what you want to know. So I say things all the time that I know that probably are offensive to some people. I don't mean it to be offensive, but it's just the truth. So if I'm asking you, it's for a reason, because I don't know. Exactly. So you enlighten me, and maybe I can enlighten you. So that's why. So I get what you're saying. That's why you're talking, and I'm like, I get her. I get your vibe. So I truly understand.
I feel that though, and I even remember, you know, again going back to social media, because I guess that's such a massive part of, I mean,
Right.
my life and loads of others' lives as well, especially when you're constantly on there promoting what you do,
Right.
and also just using your platform, whether that platform is 100 people or 5,000 people or
Right.
1 million people, it is making sure that the people in your circle
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable to be offensive and judgmental
Yeah.
and prejudiced towards others. It's like, who are you inviting into your space? Because I'll always see it as like, if you find what I'm saying offensive, it
Yeah.
means you shouldn't be here. Like, you should not feel comfortable saying or thinking the things that you do. Um,
Yes.
and if I offend you, honestly, that's your problem. Like, you need to
That's
check.
how I feel too. I feel exactly the same way. If I offend you, then it's something I said resonate is true, and you don't want to face it within yourself.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that. So okay.
Yeah.
So if I offend you, okay, you can send me a message or whatever. I'll answer. But if you're being rude, I probably won't. But if you just have a basic question, I can answer it. It's okay. It's okay. And if you don't like what I say, that's okay too.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
I've just, it's a no tolerance zone for me. So I just feel like if you don't like what I have to say, then you can move on by. But I won't stop saying it. So
if people in the world start to have that attitude and be more open, then I think as a universe, as a world, I mean, we all would be in a much better place, whether we're here in the US, the UK, Australia, wherever.
yeah.
We just have to be open to all types of people, So that's why I said I love, first of all, they're wrapping me up. So I have to say thank you so much, for taking time to come in. You have been amazing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Amazing, so open and honest and deliberate in what you're saying. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Said has value. Everything you say has value. Everything, your songs, they have value. They bring truth. They bring, real life, bring it to heart for me. So I love having you on. And you're back, right? You can come back anytime.
Yeah. I'll be back. Whenever you have me.
Whenever, whenever you get new music out, or if you just want to just come and say hi, do that. Because you are always welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I wanted you to sing a little bit for me. Oh, I ran out of time.
That's fine. Next time.
Next time, you got it. You got it. Next time, we're going to start off with that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your energy and your support.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for your energy and your support. I appreciate it so much. So make sure you share our show. You got to go to my YouTube page, and this interview is going to be up there. So when it gets up there, you'll be able to click on and you can share it too.
Yeah,
it's not going to be in about a week though, because my people are a little slow.
Yeah. I'll look out for it. I'll look out for it.
You see how they chimed in, right? They're like, don't be saying that.
You can't say that when I'm
keep an eye on you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. She said, I am. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Tell all your family to say I said hello. Oh, one real quick question. Were you able to get the radio station there? Were you able to get on?
I was, yeah.
Okay, good. I was gonna be like, yeah, because I know you should be able to, because we
yeah.
So try to tune in on Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays were good too. Yeah, at 1 o'clock my time. So what is that? 6 o'clock your time?
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Thank you, I am much appreciated.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, you too. Well, you go to bed now. Ready for bed.
Yeah, in a bit.
You guys are listening to absolutely to I am all the way from the UK. Yay! I have enjoyed my guests today. Both of them, I am and Harriet Comfort. Thank them both so much for tuning in, for talking with me, chatting with me. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna go on a break, then we're gonna come back. Got a good musical break coming up. We can do one song. Oh, we're gonna do one song, and then we're gonna come up, and then Dr. Fite still should be that big. All right. Ciao.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
With her little shiny cheeks. Oh my God.
Oh my word.
Okay. There you go. Hey, Dr. Fite, there we go. We're coming right back after the song. After the song.